Welcome back to Anti-Societal. Today, let's go on a journey, one that might feel a little difficult at first, but trust me, it leads to real mental peace and true freedom. Have you ever had nights where your pillow was soaked with tears just because your mind wouldn't stop? Nights where your eyes are closed but your mind is running at full speed? An old memory, a person, a regret just keeps replaying over and over like a broken record. And the worst part? That moment, that person, isn't even in your life anymore. But in your mind, they've built a home. Like a tenant living in your head, charging you rent in your happiness, your peace, and your sleep. At some point in life, we all hold on to something too tightly. A relationship, a hope, a mistake. And that grip becomes so strong, it starts breaking us. So today, we're talking about The Art of Letting Go by Nick Trenton. And no, this isn't one of those typical self-help messages that just says, forget it and move on. If it were that easy, no one would need a whole book. This is more like a mirror, one that helps you slowly untangle what's going on inside you, not by breaking yourself, but by understanding yourself. And yeah, by forgiving yourself. So let's look into that mirror. Why is it so hard to let go of the past? Because the past isn't just memories, it becomes your identity. The past turns into a prison, and the key to that prison is forgiveness. But that forgiveness doesn't start with others, it starts with you. We start defining ourselves by what happened. I'm the one who got betrayed. I'm the one who lost everything. I'm the one who messed up. And once that happens, letting go doesn't feel hard. It feels impossible. Because now the pain isn't just something you remember. It feels like who you are. And how do you let go of who you think you are? That's where the loop begins. Your mind starts repeating the same thoughts again and again, like a broken record. A prison not built by anyone else, but your own thoughts. If only I didn't say that. What if they're thinking badly about me? These thoughts slowly drain your energy, like something eating you from the inside. They don't let you live in the present. You think you're preparing yourself for the worst, but really, you're just feeding your anxiety. And eventually, you start doubting yourself. Am I even good enough? These questions don't end, and they don't give you answers either. But what if the real problem isn't the questions? It's the habit of asking them over and over. Nick Trenton puts it simply. Overthinking isn't thinking, it's self-torture. It's a mental prison where you're both the prisoner and the guard. You punish yourself every day for things that already happened and things you can't even control. So why does this happen? Because we all have a story playing in our heads. Maybe someone once told you you're not good enough, and that one sentence became your script. You fail once, and you tell yourself, I can't do this. Over time, you become the story you keep repeating. But here's the truth. Your thoughts aren't always real. A lot of the time, they're just echoes of your past. Imagine standing in an empty room and shouting, I'm worthless. What comes back? The same voice. But is it true? No, it's just an echo. That's exactly what negative thoughts are. Echoes of old pain, not your present reality. And here's the most powerful shift. You are not your thoughts. You're the one who can observe them. Think of your thoughts like clouds. They come and go. You're the sky, calm, open, always there. And you get to decide which clouds you let stay and which ones you let pass. So how do you break out of this cycle? You learn the art of letting go. Real peace comes when you stop trying to control everything. Most of us live in this illusion of control. We think if we fix people or change situations, everything will be okay. But that need for control comes from fear. The opposite is acceptance. Accepting that some things are simply out of your hands. Control creates stress. Acceptance creates peace. Think of a farmer. He tried everything to control his crops, but things kept going wrong. Finally, he said, I've done everything I can.
The rest is out of my hands. He stopped stressing, and that year he had his best harvest. That's not just about farming, that's about your mind. The first step is simple. Observe your thoughts without judging them. Don't label them as good or bad. Don't fight them. Just notice them. Picture yourself sitting by a calm river. Your thoughts are like leaves floating by. Don't grab them. Just watch them pass. This is fear. This is anger. And let them go. That awareness is the first step towards peace. Now let's talk about the hardest part, relationships. Love is beautiful, but when attachment turns into dependency, it becomes unhealthy. If someone else's mood controls your emotions, that's not love, that's dependence. And dependence becomes a prison. If a relationship constantly brings you stress and pain, it's not something you're responsible for holding on to. It becomes a chain. So why do we stay? Because of hope. Maybe one day things will change. But most of the time, we're not holding on to the person, we're holding on to the idea of them. We fall in love with their potential, not who they really are. Letting go isn't being cold or heartless, it's self-respect. It's choosing your own peace, because you deserve love and respect too. And remember, letting go isn't something you do once, it's something you practice every day. Like taking care of a plant, slowly it grows stronger. Here are a few simple ways to start. Write things down, get them out of your head. Practice gratitude. List 3 things you're thankful for every day. Stay present. Focus on what you're doing right now. Interrupt negative patterns. Move your body. Change your state. Think like an outsider. What advice would you give a close friend? We all want to move forward in life, but we carry so much weight from the past that we can't even take off. And here's the truth. When you let go, you don't lose anything. You find yourself. You get your energy back, the energy that was stuck in regret, shame, and overthinking. So today, make a promise to yourself. Let go of what's hurting you. Forgive and move forward. Because when you drop that weight, what's left is the real you, free, calm, and fully alive. If this message connected with you, share it with someone who needs it. Because a lot of people are fighting silent battles, and they need to know they're not alone. Take care of yourself, and keep moving forward.